Coming off the heels of an amazing SmackDown Live No Mercy, was Dolph Ziggler able to stay in WWE? Is AJ Styles still the face that runs the place? All this plus some very shocking and really exciting possible Survivor Series matches. We're going to talk about this, all this and more on this week's edition of Smackdown Rebound. Hello everybody, my name is Connor, aka OKayFabe, right here on OneWrestling.com and of course, One Wrestling Video YouTube channel, here to give you another edition of the Smackdown Rebound. We're going to talk about everything and anything pertaining to SmackDown Live. I want to take this time to once again thank you guys for tuning in right here on the One Wrestling Video YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this awesome video from. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button down there, and of course, leave your comments down below. Let us know what you guys thought of this week's SmackDown. We got a lot of things to cover. Of course, No Mercy happening this past Sunday. Myself and fellow One Wrestling family member Bill SCHUYLER covered it live with you guys 2 days ago. Make sure you go check out our thoughts on the pay-per-view as well too. And of course, give love to not only Bill SCHUYLER but everyone in the entire OneWrestling.com family. All their links for all the social media are down in the description box below, including the legendary, the iconic Mr. Bill Apter. Follow him at After One Wrestling and follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling as well too. Oh man, oh boy, we got a lot of things to talk about. So SmackDown kicking off this week with Dolph Ziggler, of course, celebrating, giving a triumphant, emotional speech. Yes, Dolph Ziggler did indeed defeat The Miz to become the 5-time Intercontinental Champion. Dolph Ziggler's here to stay, baby. And it was a very emotional moment for Dolph to say how uncertain he was, how he wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen with his career, but it was also challenged, of course, by The Miz, who came out dressed in all black with Maurice, exclaiming and proclaiming that, well, it's a time to mourn the loss of the Intercontinental Championship, because now that Dolph Ziggler's champion, he's made a blemish on it. And he made the point so very, very clear that he said, if I was able to do so much to keep the championship, just imagine how much I'm going to go and how far I'm going to go to get it back. This, of course, prompted a Ziggler versus Spirit Squad 2-on-1 handicap match, which the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler did ultimately come over, but Miz, of course, going in with a beatdown. But surprisingly enough, the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions Heath Slater and Rhino coming in to help the save against the 3-on-1 beatdown. It was very peculiar to see Heath Slater and Rhino come to the random aid of Dolph Ziggler, but at the same time, kind of intriguing. I think this is definitely a sign that hopefully maybe Kenny and Mikey are like kind of more lackeys with The Miz. I'm not sure if this is a one and done deal, but considering the fact that this is now the third time we've seen them between last week's SmackDown No Mercy and this week's SmackDown, maybe Kenny and Mikey might be getting a, well, second breath of fresh air. Perhaps they're on SmackDown permanently. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Now, I did mention at the beginning of this video that there were some huge Survivor Series matches, and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon did not disappoint. Survivor Series, one of my favorite pay-per-views of the Big Four. Hard to top Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, but then again, all four of them are great, aren't they? Survivor Series coming to us this November. Of course, it's the next time that SmackDown will be part of pay-per-view, as Hell in a Cell is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. But Survivor Series just got very interesting. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon laid down the gauntlet to Raw. They want not one, not two, but three 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. The 5 best of Raw against the 5 best from SmackDown. What are these 3 5-on-5 matches, you ask? It's going to be the best 5 top single male competitors from each brand, 5 from Raw and 5 from SmackDown. They want the 5 best tag teams, 5 from Raw against 5 from SmackDown. And finally, they want the 5 best women, 5 from Raw and 5 from SmackDown. All 3 of these matches to possibly go down at Survivor Series. Oh, I'm like a little kid at Christmas. It's like Christmas is here early. You've got to be kidding me. That's fantastic. With all the roster call-ups from NXT, with all the changes, the separation, you have to understand, folks, even though most of the roster has been engaging and interacting, there are some people who haven't quite interacted as frequently as others. So this possibility really makes for some intriguing matches, and also at the same time creates a dichotomy when you see baby faces and heels team up with each other for the sake of the brand. I'm all for this. I love this. It's going to make Survivor Series epic and amazing. I just can't wait. But I want to know what you guys think, again, down in the comment section below. Speaking of women, we had Naomi against Carmella. Naomi, of course, coming off of a major upset victory over Alexa Bliss at No Mercy. And once again, also gets a major upset against Carmella. Carmella, who attacked Nikki Bella once again. Backstage before her matchup, Carmella ultimately getting chased away by Nikki Bella. Backstage, Alexa Bliss saying that she can beat Naomi any day of the week. And Dana Bryan says, sure. Okay, cool. Let's do it next week. So next week, we got the rematch between Alexa Bliss and Naomi, one-on-one next week on SmackDown Live. Speaking of that, also, the tag team division was on point tonight. We had Chad Gable against Jimmy Uso in a one-on-one match. A very solid competition between both members here. What I found very interesting, Jimmy Uso getting the win, but he helped, but Jay kind of helped him get the push. Like, he just a little foot, just a little, no, just helping keep Chad down for an extra pin count. 1, 2, 3. I mean, no, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything whatsoever. Just a little, encouragement. That's all it was. That's all it was. Please don't beat me up, Usos. I have much respect for you and your family. Please don't kill me. So it's very interesting. And the one thing I noted over on Twitter when I was live tweeting with you guys about this was, it's very interesting to me that American Alpha and the Usos have still yet, to the best of my knowledge, have a televised tag team match against each other since the Usos turned on them back during the whole SmackDown Live Tag Team title tournament. That's very interesting to me because it feels like an old school build, and I love everything about that. Granted, we've seen them in singles competition, we've seen them, in other teams, but we've never seen the two teams actually go at it. And it's very interesting and very, I give my hats and kudos and praise to SmackDown Live for being able to not necessarily deliver that match just yet because it makes me want it even more. So I hope to eventually see American Alpha and Usos, and I know when we do, it's going to be a big deal, and I can't personally wait for it. Speaking of big deal, we had the face that runs the place, the champ that runs the camp. AJ Styles successfully retaining his WWE World Heavyweight Championship in an amazing triple threat match that kicked off No Mercy. That was a whole nother just shocking moment right then and there. But AJ Styles says that SmackDown is the land of opportunity. He's beaten John Cena. He has beaten Dean Ambrose. It's time now for him to give the opportunity because that's what SmackDown is. SmackDown is the land of opportunity, and by God, he's going to give you guys a fantastic person opportunity. And before he can announce his opponent, Dean Ambrose comes in making a huff and puff once again about how he was cheated, all these different things about how he lost, that he was screwed at Backlash, he was screwed at No Mercy, he had the championship won so many times, but AJ Styles doesn't want to hear it because he needs to prepare for his match against everyone's favorite jobber, James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth making another return to SmackDown Live and getting an opportunity, not a title match of course, against AJ Styles. Now before Dean can plant a front row ringside to this, Daniel Bryan says, sorry Dean, can't happen. Sorry. That's because you're the special guest referee. And folks, I need to tell you and stress this was one of the most entertaining aspects of the entire evening, just seeing the dichotomy between all three of these men going at it. Dean playing the impartial referee, tripping AJ Styles, doing all these different things. AJ just freaking out. I loved how Dean took his time to take the referee shirt on, tuck it in, and make sure that all of his, his chain, his wallet, he had a flask, a cell phone. It was pure gold. Loved everything about it. And of course, the shocking moment is, of course, when Dean finally had enough, hit a second Dirty Deeds on AJ Styles and threw James Ellsworth over him to get the pinfall victory. Gotta love everything about that one. James Ellsworth, folks, just his stake just got higher here. I haven't watched Talking Smack as of this video, but I'm hoping to see that James Ellsworth might be on SmackDown a little more frequently than you think. We had the main event, which was a very intriguing one to say the least. We had Randy Orton and Kane teaming up together, which was bizarre in and of itself, against the tag team of Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Very solid tag team match. Great to see Kane back on SmackDown Live. Did find it kind of funny banter between the two when Kane told Randy Orton that he has issues. Don't want to even go to the walking barbecue known as Kane, but I digress. As it looked like Randy Orton was about to make a very hot tag to Kane, the lights went out. We saw the Bray Wyatt creepy promo, creepy graphic, and then instead of Kane being on the apron, we see Luke Harper. Randy Orton getting discombobulated enough to turn around to be receiving end of a Sister Abigail to let Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper get the win. I have two questions about this. Number one, where did Kane go? JBL kept screaming it on commentary, and I really don't know. You don't misplace a 7-foot giant. Where did he go? But on the other side of this, I'm really curious to see where things go from here. Is Kane an integral part of this whole angle now? Is he part of this whole storyline with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton? Or is this something more? Is there something else going on? Where is this going to go? I thought that No Mercy we were going to see the end of the rivalry between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. If anything, this week's just made it that more interesting. Overall, once again, I think SmackDown is really doing a fantastic job. Again, no complaints on my end whatsoever. We're building towards Survivor Series. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Those Survivor Series matches made my jaw hit the floor, and I am so pumped and excited to hear about them. No Mercy is in the rear view mirror, but we're heading towards greener pastures, heading into Survivor Series in November. Really curious to see what exactly SmackDown is going to do. We see all sorts of major rivalries going on. Some talent that has still not been predominantly featured yet on SmackDown, so there's still a lot of uncertainties and still a lot of things that can be done on SmackDown. I personally can't wait to see what happens. I want to see how they combat Hell in a Cell, to be completely honest with you folks. But I digress enough about my opinions. It's time for me to let you guys, let your voices be heard. So what do you guys think of this week's SmackDown? Are you excited? Did you like No Mercy? Are you looking forward to Survivor Series? What the heck is going on? And where is Kane? Did he just forget to put, I think he just remembered to put his stove, like turn his stove off. He probably just ran out and it happens all the time, you know, him with fire and just, it happens. Anyway, guys, I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I want to take the time once again to thank you guys from the official One Wrestling Video SmackDown video correspondent. That's a long business card. It's very long. I want to take this time to thank you guys once again for tuning in, and make sure if you guys haven't done so already, there's a subscribe button right down there. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all the awesome action from myself, from Bill Apter in the After Chat. We got FAMEBLACK coming back with his Raw reviews. We've got Bill SCHUYLER, who is killing it right now with NXT and TNA Impact Wrestling reviews, and of course, Big Slam Nation, Sunday Segue. So much content here on One Wrestling Video. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button right down there. And again, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this week's SmackDown. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Again, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. All our social media for the entire One Wrestling family, myself, Bill SCHUYLER, Big Ray, Billy Ray Valentine, Professor, 8-Track Brown, FAMEBLACK, Sunday Segue, and of course the legendary Bill Apter. All our links are down in the description box below. Thank you guys again so much. It's like the third time I've thanked you guys. And to quote the legendary Bill Apter, we will see you at the matches. Unless you're Kane, in which case he just disappears. I'm telling you, he just left his stove.